About the new single and the new album. I'm very excited for the debut album. I'm very excited. How has this whole pandemic affected you guys?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that has happened, I guess for us has been just the cancellation of the summer festivals.
Yeah.
Other than that, as a musician, normally I travel a lot more and I meet a lot more people, but actually, we're already used to kind of spending a bit more time at home and having the whole home office and being able to work from wherever really. So it's been okay. I mean, Norway is going more and more back to normal.
Yeah.
I think the festivals really is the biggest effect we see right now. And other than that, bars have opened and schools have opened and stuff. So we're just a tiny little step ahead. But it's good to get back to normal again.
That's amazing, because we've started, but we haven't quite got to getting the bars and that kind of thing open just yet.
Oh, you'll get there.
We'll get there, absolutely. So tell us about the new single that came out at the beginning of May. So it's Somebody.
Yeah, so Somebody is the second single from my debut album, Strangers Lovers. And it's just... I mean, the whole album is kind of split into two, right? So the first half is out now, and then the second half is coming out in September. And it's because first half is more kind of, it's based around being in a relationship and the time before the relationship, and then the other half is kind of about when the relationship. So Somebody is kind of an uplifting. It's a celebration of just that feeling you have when you're in love, I guess, is the best way I can explain it.
And you always intended to put it out in two halves? Was that always the plan?
No, not really, but I did realise it pretty early in the process that it felt more natural to do it like that, because there was a better way of telling the story and to allow people to kind of digest it part by part, which made more sense in my head. So that was really the main reason for why we decided to do that. And also, for me, I often experience music as like when I write a song, I kind of feel, okay, this is an early summer song, or it's an autumn song, or it's a winter song, or it's a summer song. So it made more sense that the first half was kind of the start of something, like the start of the summer and going into more light time of the year. And then the other half felt more like an early autumn, like going into a bit more of a darker, kind of more melancholic season, really.
I love that you've already kind of set what season it's in before you've even put out the song. It's such a nice way to do it.
Yeah, it's. I'm from the I'm from northern Norway, so we're very we care a lot about seasons and the weather and these kind of things. So maybe that has something to do with it.
So tell us about the new album. What can we expect from it?
I mean, it's. If you have heard my music before, I guess it's kind of upbeat and energetic pop music with like a little bit of a band element to it, I guess. And so it's going to be more of that. And the first half is, as I mentioned, like more uplifting and more kind of bigger productions. While second half has that too, but there's a few songs there that are a bit more mellow and kind of more based around just a few instruments and rather than, the kind of full-blown like pop production.
One of the last times we were speaking, you said that you were going to record it all in Oceanstown Recording. Did you get to do that with your band in the end?
I didn't know. I wasn't able to go there, and actually in a way I'm glad because of the whole corona situation that I didn't plan too much travelling away from Oslo, because everything... we've had to kind of figure new ways
things
to working, But it's definitely a goal to do that. With this album, I've had more focus on bringing in musicians again and bringing in my band and being more people in the studio, being able to just vibe and everyone doing their own thing. And I feel like now that we've done that and seen that works, I think for the next album, I would love to, again, just take everyone to a remote studio and just... spend some weeks there together and kind of getting the album out like that.
And is it your favourite way of doing it, is bringing loads of people into a room and not just kind of doing it on your own and then kind of bringing that to them?
Yeah, definitely. And it's something that I haven't really done in a few years, because with Backbeat, my first single, that's kind of how we did it. And then I felt like I wanted to bring that back again, because I've always felt a bit more like a band rather than just like a solo artist.
Yeah.
And I've always really enjoyed that aspect of music, the fact that it's like social and you're together and you're being creative together, and that's a big part of it for me. So yeah, that's been really nice with this album, to be able to do more of that rather than, just sitting with one producer or just, doing the whole, one person is in Los Angeles and the other one is in Sweden, and now we've all been kind of here in Norway together, which has been really great.
Lovely. That's really lovely. And what was the most important thing that you brought to the album, or that the album had?
I had a very clear concept. I've been listening to, 250 songs that have been written over the last years, and then I felt very quickly that there was a concept, and I knew which songs felt very relevant to what I've been feeling and thinking about over the last 2 years. So it was quite easy to kind of realize what the album was about, and also it made it a bit easier to kind of pick the songs and to make a whole. Because up until now I've mainly worked with single by single, and this time it's been a bigger project. I've put way more effort into the visual aspect of it and making everything feel like a whole, but also being cautious of the two parts being represented in everything. So for example, with the album cover, or like the album artwork, it's this mirror effect where you have, it's me, but it's like almost two sides of me in a way.
Okay.
So it's been a really interesting process working with a bigger project rather than just one song at a time, I think.
Yeah, and I suppose as you listen through the songs, it may have found its own way with that.
Yeah, and every the way the order of the songs on the album, even that is like very thought through, and that's like part of getting the story.
All your videos and all that are always so brilliantly done, so colourful. I'm assuming that's a big important part for you as well.
Yeah, very much so. I love getting involved with that stuff, and I think it's fun to be able to kind of be an accentuator, is that the word? Like a bigger version of more extreme version of yourself. If you look at my house, it's pretty colorful, but I think those videos are just an extreme version of that, and I think it's nice. I don't want my album or my going on stage and looking the same way that I look on a Tuesday afternoon. Like I love having fun with the visuals. Yeah.
Lots of colour and sparkle and the whole shebang.
Yeah. A lot of glitter. And
it has to be done. Absolutely. So how can people get hold of the album?
It's going to be out on all the streaming platforms and all of that.
Amazing.
The whole shebang.
The whole shebang. So it's called Strangers, Lovers, and everyone should go get it.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Dagny.
Thank you so much.
And best of luck. And chat to you soon.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.